The morning air was still, almost unnaturally quiet, as Daniel stepped through the iron gates of the cemetery, his polished shoes pressing softly against the dew-covered grass. He hadn't been here in years, not since the funeral. Not since the day everything inside him broke beyond repair. Clutched tightly in his trembling hands was a bouquet of white lilies, her favorite. He stopped in front of the familiar gravestone, his breath catching in his throat as her name stared back at him. Emily Carter. The love of his life, and the woman he had walked away from. Regret tightened around his chest like a vice. "I'm sorry," he whispered, his voice cracking as he knelt down. "I should have stayed. I should have fought harder." The wind rustled the trees behind him, as if carrying echoes of a past he couldn't escape. He placed the flowers gently against the stone, his fingers lingering as though hoping to feel her warmth one last time. "This is goodbye," he added, forcing the words out, even though they felt like knives. He had convinced himself that moving on was the only way to survive. That forgetting her was necessary. But standing there now, he realized he had never truly let her go. Just as he began to stand, something strange happened. A soft voice, almost like a whisper, broke through the silence. "Daddy." Daniel froze. His heart skipped a beat. Slowly, he turned around, thinking his grief was playing tricks on him. But what he saw made his entire world stop. 3 little girls, identical, no older than 5, stood just a few feet away from him. Their small hands clutched each other, their wide eyes locked onto his face. They wore matching red sweaters, their hair neatly tied, their expressions a mix of hope and fear. "Daddy," one of them repeated, her voice trembling slightly. Daniel staggered back, his mind racing. "No, that's not possible," he muttered under his breath. His eyes darted between them, searching for some kind of explanation, something logical to hold onto. But there was none. The girls looked at him as if they had known him all their lives. One of the girls stepped forward, her tiny hand reaching out and grabbing his sleeve. "Why didn't you come?" she asked softly, her innocent question piercing straight through his soul. Daniel's knees felt weak as he dropped back down, staring at her in disbelief. Who are you?" he managed to ask. The 3 girls exchanged glances before the smallest one spoke, her voice barely above a whisper. "Mommy said you would come someday." His breath hitched. "Mommy." The word echoed in his mind like thunder. "Mommy," he repeated, his voice shaking uncontrollably. The girls nodded. "Emily," one of them said. "She told us about you every night." Daniel's world shattered in that instant. Emily, his Emily, had never told him she was pregnant. His hands began to tremble as tears blurred his vision. Years of absence, years of silence, suddenly they weren't just mistakes, they were stolen time. Precious moments he would never get back. The girl holding his sleeve tightened her grip, her eyes filling with tears. "Are you really our dad?" she asked. Daniel looked at their faces, so familiar, so heartbreakingly connected to the woman he had loved. And in that moment, the truth hit him with overwhelming force. He hadn't just come here to say goodbye. He had come face to face with a second chance he never knew existed. His voice broke as he pulled them gently into his arms. "Yes," he whispered, tears streaming down his face. "I'm your dad." The girls clung to him tightly, as if afraid he might disappear again. And for the first time in years, Daniel felt something he thought he had lost forever, hope. But deep down, a question lingered: if Emily had kept this secret, what else had she left behind? If this emotional twist touched your heart and you want to see what happens next in Daniel's journey with his daughters, make sure to subscribe to the channel and stay tuned, because this story is only just beginning.